Okay,
I
we
see that.
rolling,
Oh,
baby. We rolling.
that shit crazy. Shit, wow.
Yeah, we rolling, bro. So, welcome to episode 5, and we're going to just call this one "Shooting the Shit." Why? Because,
Fire.
bro, it's just two guys that went to the same high school that graduated together, and we're just gonna talk, man. We're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna talk, shoot the shit.
All
And
right, sounds
how
good.
you feeling, man? I'm with my man
Doing
Mark.
great.
I'm with my man Marco
Glad to
Cisneros.
be
Is that how
here.
you say your
Glad.
last name?
Yeah, you actually killed it. Yeah, a lot of people butcher that. They'd be like Cisneros. I don't know. They'd be adding some extra vowels or letters in there, and I'm like, it's said exactly how it's spelled. But yeah, you
Right.
you killed it right there. Nah,
Yep.
but I'm
Yep.
feeling good, man. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, this thing's pretty crazy. I'm pretty hyped. This
Yeah.
is this is this is new to me. I mean,
Yeah.
not being on camera. Like as you know, I have my own little podcast, but like this style of
Podcast. I put in the
Amigos podcast.
description of the video. I put
Appreciate
in the
it.
description, let people know.
I'm even wearing the merch.
There we go. There,
Had to
rep
take
it,
advantage of it. Yeah, have to.
rep it. I had to get you on this
Show it
show,
off.
man, because I know you show the Dad Bod podcast love. I know you show, the Fred D. Borges show love. And you also had me on your podcast a few
Oh
times.
no, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
I was the first
This
guest.
year,
Yeah, this year on your on
yeah,
your on your
that shit was
podcast.
fire. And I
So
mean, I think
I
every
appreciate
episode
that.
you're on, it's pretty fire.
Yeah,
It's always
you
just
know
us
what it
vibing and
is.
shit. Yeah,
You know I gotta show
you
up.
know.
I gotta show up. I gotta show up. So I know you've talked we'll just get right into it. So I know you talked about it on your podcast a few times.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you have. And I think I asked you the question as well. And since this is the Fred D. Borges show, I have to ask. So what inspired you to start a podcast of your own?
let's see. Yeah. I get asked that. Like, I think every guest kind of asks me the same thing
Hmm.
because, as you guys know, I do have and if you didn't know, I do have a podcast. It's the Mexi Amigos podcast. It's me with two of my other boys. Kind of just shooting shit. We kind of talk
Hmm.
about basically anything that comes to mind. Usually we'll have topics, but nah, 99% of the time we get involved into other stuff. We started with one and who knows, end
Yeah.
up in like other side of the world, who knows, talking about other shit. But it's just basically just us talking shit. And basically how I got started is like during COVID. I
Hmm.
think I first wanted to get into like that whole because I guess it's when like TikTok, if you're familiar with
Right.
TikTok, I didn't start with the whole TikTok thing, but I knew social media was like taking off and shit, and everybody was doing like some type of social media, and I was like, you know what? And I was watching people do their podcasts and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what? I think me and my boys can do this. Like, I mean, because honestly, when you get together with your boys, what do you guys do? We pretty much
Shoot the
drink
shit.
and shoot the shit. And half the time, this shit's hilarious. So I'm
Hmm.
like, you know what? I think we could do this. So then that's when I hit up Garcia, which is one of my other guys that's on there, and then Pitufo, he's on there. And I'm like, and it was my brother Shaq, but because of family stuff and work, and he kind of got out of it. But I was like, yo, what do you guys think of starting a podcast? Like, we get together and we talk shit anyways. Why don't we just record it? And at first, we had like a little mixture of ideas. Because first it was because I think what's it called? We were gonna do like, how I think it was like during COVID time. Like I think like trading card games were like going up in pricing too.
Right.
Like what we were gonna do was we were gonna like buy like a couple of trading card stuff like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Open it, open them on the podcast, and talk at the same time. But our attention span sucked. Like our that first episode was horrible. It never aired and it never will. I
Yeah, you
still have
might
it
as well just throw
somewhere.
that out there for a bonus, bro.
Fuck,
Just to
maybe
let the
one day, but
just,
it was
just
so
to let the
bad,
people
dude.
know, yo, this is what it was at the beginning.
Yo,
Why not?
I
You know what I
might,
mean? Just a little
how
bonus.
how we started or what it was supposed to be, but yeah, it was so
Hmm.
bad, dude. It would be like 10 minutes of us talking, and then 30 minutes of us just looking down, ripping up packs. So it's like complete silence. So it was horrible. And then we'd go back to talking, and we wouldn't even know what we were talking about. We're like, what were we talking about? So it was a mess. I think the whole video was
Yeah.
like almost 2 hours long, but actual talking it was probably like 30 minutes. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
no, we're not doing that. So the second time
That
around,
shit
we're
must
like, you
have
know
took
what?
forever to upload too.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm like, I'm trashing it. It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's I still
You still
have it.
have it though?
You know,
You said you
it's
still
locked away. It's locked away.
it's in
Yeah,
the vault?
yeah, it's in the wall. It's
Is
locked up all the way at the bottom.
it ever coming out? So never.
Probably not. Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe clips. Maybe clips of it.
30
And
minutes of
then
silence.
yeah, it was bad, dude. It was even when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, nah, nah,
Yeah,
this can't be seen.
right.
And then the second one, then that's when I told her, I'm like, yo, we need to cut the card part out and just talk our shit because
Yeah,
that card part is not working. Because like I said, we'll be opening packs and we won't even be saying shit. We'll just be too focused on seeing what we got in those packs, so we won't even be saying it. And then that's how it's pretty much how it started. I just kind of decided to take the initiative. Even before the Mexican Migos podcast, I did have a another YouTube channel.
yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say that. I went back, like, back to, like, one of your first videos, and I remember seeing Rosie on one of them. You or and someone
yeah,
else, and they'll take a drink. You'll ask a question, and it's kinda like if they
yeah,
didn't wanna answer it, then they take
yeah. It was
a
like a
shot.
truth or shot kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
So
actually watched a little bit of it, like, maybe a month or 2 ago. I was like,
yeah, yeah,
"This
yeah,
could
yeah.
actually work."
Yeah, it was a good idea, but then a lot of people didn't want to be on it. It was because the thing is, it's hard to find a guest when it's videos like that. Because no people,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't want to put their business out there, and I do understand. Like I mean, putting your stuff out on the internet, a lot of people aren't comfortable with that. Like in me, I mean, I got into this, so I know what it's about. I know that
yeah,
I'm gonna have to share like personal shit and
of
stuff like
course,
that. But a lot of people aren't comfortable with it, so it's just so hard to find like guest every
of course.
weekend to be like, hey, let's do like because with that one I think it was like truth or shot, and then the
Yeah,
next one I wanted to do like a spice. I think it was like a spicy challenge as well. But like I
okay.
said, finding guests was just so hard for that that I'm
Yeah, I
like
feel
I
like
kind
doing
yeah.
something like that kinda puts you in a box to where, like you
Hmm.
just said, it's hard to find a guest because people don't wanna put their business out on, especially online.
Yeah, exactly,
YouTube.
exactly. And it's a little town, Oxford. I mean, everybody knows each other. Like
Mhm.
you're bound to hear it. You're bound to
Right.
see it. It takes
It's like
one person to
everybody
clip.
knows everything about everybody.
Exactly. It takes one person to clip that thing, that shit goes around, and next thing you know, that's it. That's all they're talking about. So it's like I
Right.
do understand that aspect of it. So then I think yeah, I stopped that channel for a little bit. I think it was like maybe for a year or two.
Mhm.
And then that's when COVID started, and then that's when I really started watching like podcasts. And that's when I'm like, you know what? I think I should just turn like the YouTube channel into a podcast.
Yep.
It's easier to find like two actual people that'll be there every weekend
Right.
to shoot the shit with. And
Yep.
then that's how it's been. And I mean, it's been over, I think we've been doing it for over a year now. Yeah, like a year and a couple months now.
Got you. Got
And
you. What episode are you? You like on episode 50, like 2, right? Or 53? I
well,
could be
technically it's
wrong.
like 52, but it's like 50 part two.
See, man,
Because
I be keeping up,
I
bro.
see you.
I
I
be
see
keeping
you.
up. I
Try
be
to
peeping.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, because we shot the 50th episode, but that thing turned out to be like 4 hours long. So yeah, that thing was a long ass episode. It was bad. I think we recorded. Yeah, because that night we recorded like at 7. Because usually we record in the morning.
Yeah.
But we recorded with Carlos because he wanted to drink. So I'm like, fuck. So if we're gonna drink, I don't want to drink on Sunday and then be all hungover Monday.
Mhm.
So let's do it on Saturday. We were supposed to record at 7, be done by 10, 11. Yeah, we didn't get
PM
done
or
till like
AM?
no PM PM.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And then we were
"Damn,
supposed to
7
be
AM
no
early."
fuck that. I'm not that dedicated to this shit yet. Nah, but we were supposed to be done by like 10, 11. Yeah, we didn't get done till like 2 a.m. Yeah, it was bad.
What?
Yeah, it was bad. It was like it wasn't bad in the sense where like the episode was bad, but it
It
was
was
bad
just
that we got
the
carried
timing.
away.
Yeah.
We just got carried away with it, because it happens. You talk
Yeah.
your shit, you
Right.
keep going and keep going
And
and keep
especially
going.
if
I
it's
mean,
buddies you're cool with, there's no stopping. It's just
exactly
normal
because we just
conversations.
continuous, yeah. And I mean, and especially I'm pretty sure with like your dad bod podcast, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's happened to you guys where maybe sometimes you guys went over that time limit. And you're like, fuck. And I
It's
know it
always
has happened to you. Yeah,
it's always like that. I be looking at the time and I'm like, "Man, it's already been 30 minutes. I still have a lot more to say or I still got a lot more to talk about." And then there are times where it's it's like, man, it's been only 30 minutes. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
it feels like you've been sitting there for a long ass time. You're like thinking of things to
It
like
could go.
talk about.
It could go both ways. But that night,
Yeah.
yeah, that night was bad. Especially, I mean, with drinking involved. That shit gonna start
It'll
some
have you
shit, and then
talking.
exactly. So and then so I enjoyed it for the most part. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this video down in like 3 parts. And I
Yeah.
think right now I just uploaded the part 2 like last yesterday. So part 3 will be out next weekend, and then moving forward, I'm gonna try to shorten videos because damn, dude, it sucked. Like the whole editing and stuff like that fucking sucks. That's the only
Yeah.
downside to it. Because
Right.
basically, I do it all basically, like behind the
Yeah.
camera. Like I do it all. Like I'll edit and everything like that. But I enjoy it for the most part. Can't complain.
Yeah, the editing process. I
Oh
don't
fuck
edit nothing. I just at least
that.
for the Dad
With that
Bod
raw
podcast,
foot,
I think even for the Dad Bod podcast, I think Hasiel doesn't
like
really
a
edit
raw
much.
footage.
Maybe just a little bit of the filler that goes on just to, shorten it up a little bit. But
Yeah,
for the most part, I don't think he cuts really much, or edits much,
yeah.
or like clips or something like that. And then for this, yeah, I just it is what it
Throw it
is.
on there.
I just throw it up there. Besides,
Nah.
maybe if I have like a little intro and then like maybe an outro, it just depends. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I just throw it out there. I'm just like, yo, this is the finished product.
Whatever.
This is what it is.
This is
Like,
what you're
yo,
gonna get.
yeah, this is what you're gonna get. You're just gonna get the
Nah,
whole
that's
hour. No,
nah, and I
you
feel
know,
like this is like this right here. I mean, I feel like this is a great ass platform for this. Like, I think I mean, I don't know how it works or anything like that, but
yeah,
like what I'm looking at right now, it looks badass. Like, I've
yeah,
never, I mean, I've seen people do this,
yeah,
but I just never knew how it's done. Like, I thought
yeah.
it was just like through like FaceTime or some shit like that. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure it
had
can
to
be
do
done
like a
through
lot of
FaceTime.
research
Uh huh.
because I wanted to start my own show, and I needed kind of like a platform because I wanted to make it easier for if I have guests. Like I said earlier, I wanted to make it easier, and I feel as if this is like the best move just
Oh,
because it's like the
100%.
comfort of your own home,
Yeah.
or if I'm at, down in Florida at my parents' house or
Yeah.
California or
You can
Las
stay
Vegas or
consistent with
something.
this.
I could just all I need is my laptop, a mic. I don't even think I
Yeah.
need a mic, but it just looks more official, of course. But all I
No,
need is
that's
my
why I
lap.
wanted mine.
Exactly. All I need is my laptop, my mic, and let's shoot a podcast,
Yeah.
or a show.
It's it's easier to stay consistent with this.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
going back to like you starting like your show, what made you
Yeah,
want to start like the Freddy show? Because I know you had the
the
Dad
dad.
Bod podcast.
Yeah. So
What?
that was basically the start of it. You know, um, Dad Bod podcast was
Sorry to cut you off. Going back to the Dad, what happened to that? Why? Like, are you guys ever gonna upload again or?
nah, never. We're
Ah,
done. It's
nah.
over. I
Oh,
quit.
damn.
Everybody quit.
Oh, word.
Christian had the baby. He
Yeah, it
quit.
got busier.
Yeah, he
Damn.
moved. Nah. I'm gonna
Everybody
make
said,
that a
"Fuck
I'm gonna
this."
make that a clip so they see that and they be like, "Yo, what the hell?" But
They're like, "What
no,
the
it's
hell,
just
lying on my name?"
yeah, actually, Hasiel's actually coming over. I believe him and his girl's actually coming over on Friday to just shoot the shit. And as far as Christian, I don't know.
He's
I'm sure
busy.
he's busy working, and
Yeah,
he
with
has
the
a
baby now,
newborn.
yeah.
So for him,
It's a lot harder now, yeah.
I'm sure it's like way harder. I mean, it's priorities, man. You know,
Oh,
Dad bod
yeah.
is on the back burner for now, and hey, man, he has a kid.
Nah.
You have to take care of your priorities. Big
Yeah. Yeah,
responsibility.
that sucks though, because you guys were taking off right there.
Yeah, no,
You guys were being consistent with it.
we're just on a break. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I
Nah, I
think
hear
people are really wondering like what the hell happened, and then
well, now
they
they know.
see me start my own show, so I feel like people probably think there's like
Yeah,
animosity between like
I
us,
think
but
so.
honestly,
That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I first saw
nah.
you posting, like, your own shit. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, shit, so
Well,
happened."
no, I just got inspired by
That.
other podcasts and other shows, and I was like, man, this looks so cool, looks so fun, it looks so legit. And
Mhm.
me having the Dad Bod podcast with two of my boys, it's kind of like, why not dig into something different, And
Oh,
I see
yeah.
how they do it like this, and I'm like, man, I want to get into doing something like that. So I decided to do my
Yeah,
research, and then here we are. A month and a
doing
half
this.
later, it's up running. This is episode 5. I'm shooting episode
Yeah.
6 tomorrow.
Oh, word. Yeah,
So
you're just back to back to back.
yeah, I do my own like edits as far as like clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, nah, it's fire.
Um, huh?
How do you like doing the edits and stuff like that? What do you use? Use CapCut?
No, I use so this like basically StreamYard. What
It
what this is right now, this is StreamYard. So what this does is I can edit
it
with StreamYard. I could just take out a bunch of filler if I wanted to. And then
oh,
as
it
far
does
as
it
like,
for you.
huh?
So you're saying this does it for you basically, like when you're done?
I mean, I could no, so it'll just
Oh, I was
give
about
me
to
the
say,
whole
what the fuck?
video. But I'm
Oh, okay.
saying I can edit the
Oh,
video
okay.
within
And
this,
like,
right?
take clips from it.
Exactly. So what I do is I can edit the video in this, but I just leave it alone. And then it gives me the
Hmm.
option if I want to do some reels or do some clips.
Oh,
And I just do this whole video. I don't rewatch it. I kind of just skim through it because I kind of know where the good parts are. I
yeah.
skim through it and I cut it. You know what I mean? I cut it, take a piece,
Cut
cut it,
there.
take a piece until it's like a whole 30-second minute reel.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and then what I do after I edit the reel or after I cut the reel, I have this app on my phone so I can get the captions.
Oh, okay. Oh, and
Hang
it does
on.
like the audios and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, so I have this app on my phone actually called Captions.
oh shit.
And I take that reel, that minute
Oh, you
30 30
upload it
second
on
minute
there.
reel, then I upload it on here and then, you know, I add like the
Yeah,
captions in with
you
it.
sharing all your secrets. You ain't gatekeeping shit. You
Nah, man.
sharing it
I mean,
all.
nah, what's the point, man? You know?
Yeah, it's true. Nah, yeah, nah. I hear you. Nah, that's what's up. Nah, it's cool though, cause yeah, like me, like we just hired like a marketing person, like not marketing person, but kind of like
Yeah.
a content person, cause I was like, you know what, fuck that. Like reels wasn't my shit. Like I
Bro,
hated doing
it's
reels.
annoying and it's kind
It's
of a lot of work. I'm not gonna
it
even
is
bullshit. It's
it's a
just
lot.
one of
Like
those things where you're just like, and bro, doing reels is so annoying sometimes too.
exactly, because even though it's like you said, a 30-second clip, but
Yeah.
editing and
Yeah.
captioning and getting that 30-second clip to look good
Yeah.
takes like 30 minutes to an hour.
No,
Like,
real shit.
I was just working on one, like, trying to do one on my own and stuff like that. I'm like, how hard can it really be? Yeah, I
Yeah.
gave up. I was like, "Fuck that shit. I ain't doing this shit. This is why I pay
Bro,
somebody to do it."
yeah. No,
Fucking
I do
horrible,
not
dude.
blame you at all. I do
Yeah,
not
well,
blame you.
and it sucks though, because it's like you see people on social media and it looks so easy, and the way people explain it sometimes, it's just like, "Oh yeah, you just do this CapCut, it does it by itself." Oh, you fucking liars. It don't do shit
No,
by
yeah,
itself.
they don't tell the truth
Yeah,
about that shit.
exactly. Nah,
They
it
just want you to
sucks.
have their app.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And I mean, for the most part, I think podcasting and social media as a whole has
Yeah,
become a little easier to do,
of
I think.
course.
And I think it's become a bigger wave. And I think
Of
it's dope
course.
that a lot of people are now jumping into it. And,
Yeah.
especially like us creating our Mex Amigos podcast, you guys
Yeah,
with the Dodd Bound, you with the Freddie Show. And I'm pretty sure there's other local
of
podcasts that are
course.
out there.
Of
But
course.
I've seen it. I've seen, a growth in it. I think it's awesome because I think we just need a more local podcasts in this
Oh,
area
yeah.
because
A
honestly, we don't have shit.
as far as, like, having I, like, only know, like, a few people. Me, you, I mean, you could throw Christian and Hasiel in if you're talking about Dad Bod Podcast.
Yeah,
And then as far as like a show and or podcast, I really don't know
yeah. Anybody else?
like anybody. I'm not 100% sure. I think Christian knows a
Another one?
group maybe. Yeah, that's like local. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but I think it's needed, especially like with like because I think it helps promote one
Mhm.
it helps promote the area. It's easy to promote like local businesses and stuff like that because that's kind of what I want to get into as well is like
Yeah.
helping like local businesses promote their shit. Like this, I think this last weekend we had a local, like she just started up. She's like a flower person, and
I
we
saw
had her
that.
on there.
I
We
saw
had
that.
her on there, so
It
that's kind
helps
of what I
promote
get more
business. Yeah,
into.
like you said, business.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard though because the way that we do our podcast isn't in a professional manner, like
Yeah.
how a business is supposed to be
It's just
done.
in the
So it's
basement.
so it's not even that, but the way we talk, you know, like
Yeah.
the way we shoot our shit, like it's kind of hard for us to step back from who we really are and
Yeah.
kind of get into that like, oh, let's be professional. Like this past weekend, it was super hard because this girl was, I think she was like 21, super
Yeah.
young. Right as soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, this girl's super innocent. Like I'm gonna have to like watch what I say. Like I don't want to say
Yeah.
the wrong
Let me clean
shit.
up
Like
the language. You're gonna get the
exactly,
PG-13 version,
exactly. So
not the
and I
rated R.
exactly, and I found it kind of hard to not communicate with her, but
Yeah.
kind of to do my side of the podcast because my side of the
Right.
podcast is to be a little bit more on the edgier side, more raunchy, more like you know what, fuck the norm. Like
Yeah.
I want to know the dirty shit. But with
Yeah.
her being so young, like I think she, like I said, she was 21.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this girl really hasn't lived yet. Like I don't want to
And
say something that's gonna
you just
offend her.
uploaded that video, right?
Now that one's still in the.
Oh, it's still
Uh,
okay. 'Cause
yeah,
you
that
just
one's not gonna
uploaded
get up.
one today? Was it? Or yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah, I
Yesterday,
uploaded the
okay.
50 part two, so that
Okay.
one will technically be episode 51.
Okay.
Because I think even next week I still got part three to upload. So 50 is
Got you.
gonna go on for a while.
I got you.
But yeah, but I think that that's the hard part of like getting guests on there is that you have to kind of tend to how they speak, how they think, because I don't want to offend them and be like, they don't never want to come on again, or
Yeah.
you know, they start talking shit on the podcast saying, "Oh man, these people made me feel so uncomfortable. I'm never going back." Like, fuck. So yeah, it was just so hard. I'm like, shit. I don't know if we could do that.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, the
Yeah, it's tough,
professional
bro.
way, I just feel like some people kind of like the professional way is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like it definitely
Hmm.
is cool, you know. But sometimes you need that
Yeah, yeah, that edgy,
unprofessional,
exactly.
you
Because I
know.
mean, honestly, the Mexi Migos podcast, we're not a professional podcast. We
Right.
we say it how it is. We just keep it real. It's just us being us.
Yeah.
Like
And a lot of
we
people
don't
like
we don't
that though.
yeah, we don't
Like just
fake who
keeping it
we are.
real, you know?
Yeah, like the people we are on the podcast is who we are outside the podcast.
And that's I feel
Like,
like that's how it should be for the most part.
yeah,
You should never
exactly.
really
Because I
change
don't
up.
I don't want to play a character and then all of a sudden like change up outside. Like people see me and they're like, "Oh, this isn't the Marco on the podcast." The fuck, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, you
So it's
sell out.
like pretty much that's what I would feel like.
So where do you so another quick question because I have questions here, right?
Oh shit.
So so yeah, I just want to ask you this. So like another quick question. What do you see in the future for Mexamigos podcast?
So for I'm hoping, like I guess like how in the
So
future,
so basically, is
more
this
like
something
short
that
term
you're
and
just
long
gonna
term.
pursue forever? Is this, you know what I mean? Is this something you're just gonna
Yeah.
pursue forever? And you know,
Oh, that's a good question because I've honestly thought of that because yes, I'd like to pursue it forever
right,
because like I said, it's something that I honestly do enjoy and it's with my boys, and even if we don't make money off of it or
right,
at the end of the day, it gives us a chance to hang out, talk our shit and
yeah,
stuff like that. But at the end
it's
of the day too, like there also could happen like where I could get another opportunity with something else, like maybe somebody I don't know, like I get a business opportunity somewhere else
right.
where they're like, "Hey, like we like you from the podcast. Like we'd like to for you to join us here, with a salary or something like that." Like,
Of course.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna jump on that because that's money, and at the end of the day, that's kind of like what we want at the end of the day.
Of course. Of course.
So
And like you said, there's
yes,
nothing like just shooting the shit with a few of your
yeah,
boys and just the camera just
just
filming
rolling, just doing
everything,
its
you
thing.
know? Yeah, we do
Exactly,
it like we all do it every day. It's just you might as well just throw the camera
exactly,
up.
exactly. And we're enjoying ourselves. So yes, I'd like to do this long term, like Mex Amigos. But like I said, if something does present themselves and maybe like I'm not saying just to me, like maybe even if Garcia or Pitufo, if they have to do something else and
Yeah.
it gets disbanded. Because honestly, I think, not to talk shit on them or throw shade on them,
Yeah.
but if I leave the podcast, I think the podcast kind of
Would
goes away.
die.
I think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know if they're watching this, they're gonna be like, "Nah, fuck
I'm like,
Marco, fuck that shit. I'm a liar, you a piece of shit." But at the end of the day, yes, like if they don't, even if they don't want to see it, and I don't want to be dick riding myself, but
yeah,
people see Meximigos and they think Marco, you
of
know.
course.
So it's like I think if I leave it, I think
Yeah.
it goes away, and I think that's why I also wanted, because I had, what's his name, Pitufo, create. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw, we created like a new kind of like a blog page, which is the
Yeah, the ventures.
Meximigos Ventures. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I kind of want, because I was gonna do it as well, but I'm like,
I
you
think
know
that's a
what?
really good idea. A little
Yeah,
vlog or vlog channel. A little vlog
yeah,
channel. Vlogs are they're dope. I remember their vlogs were like the thing back
the shit.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
vlogging. Like that was like the thing.
and it could be a
So
hit or miss because it depends on how you do it and who's vlogging. And like right now, we just getting started with it, and
yeah.
like right now, we're just recording like us like going out to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then soon, what I want to get into that is like I want to vlog like when we actually go out to like maybe travel here and
Right.
there, even if it's somewhere local. Um, and I want to do like maybe like challenges on that video, like more interactive challenges, like kind of like the truth or shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to leave the podcast like solely podcast. I don't want to do anything with that, but I want to make this one more into, I guess, more universal, more
Of course.
like there's more leeway to this on it. Like we can have anything on that. Like if we want to do a challenge video, we put it on there. If we want to do like maybe like, I don't know, Garcia finds love, we do it on there. So something like that. So that's kind of one, I wanted that, and I wanted him to do it just in case I do at the end of the day
Yeah.
decide to leave Meximigos podcast. Like they still have that Meximigos Ventures in a
Right.
way. So
Right.
that's kind of why I did that.
Right.
I'm kind of watching out for my children. You know what I'm saying?
They're
So
gonna see this video and be like,
they're
"Fuck you,
gonna
Marco."
they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me after this one.
You're like, "Fuck you." So will we?
Exactly.
So I have a question. So will we ever see the Marco Cincinnati show?
Oh damn, that's a good question. I don't know. Yo, you might, because I mean that's kind of how this whole social media for me started.
Yeah.
It kind of just started like me alone getting
Yeah.
guests on there, and now that I see this, like how you're doing it, like not to steal from you and shit, but now I'm
Yeah.
like, you just made it like 100 times easier for me to be like, you know what, like we don't even got to be in the same room. Like
We don't.
I could be doing this
Right.
exact thing. So you never know. It could be in the works. It could be a little side thing from the Meximigos podcast. Uh, it could happen.
You
It could
never
happen. Like
know.
I said, now that I have like this platform that you're showing me, I'm like, it's a lot easier now.
You already know, bro. Yo, bro, give me 1 second. Hang on
Now
one
go ahead, take
second.
your time, bro. Do your thing.
I gotta go
Do your
shut
thing.
off something real quick. Hang on.
Nah, it's all right,
I'm
man. I got
sorry if
Dragon
I'm
Ball Z.
abandoning you on the on the show for
It's all
like
right.
just
I
me
got
like
Dragon
10,
Ball Z in the background. That never
literally
abandoned to me.
literally 10 seconds.
Not good. All right, guys. Well, all these back. So make sure you go like, share, subscribe to the Meximigos podcast. Uh, Meximigos podcast on all platforms, on YouTube, on Instagram. We're on Snapchat, TikTok as well. Uh, you know, we just shoot our shit, kind of like what I was talking earlier. And yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, definitely go check us out. Give us a like, give us a follow, all that fun stuff. But as well as Freddie, the Freddie Show, make sure to give him a like, a share, and a subscribe. I was talking to myself while you were gone.
Nah, I heard you.
You know, when the camera's rolling, I just
My
get
fault,
into
man.
character. No, just go. Now you straight. But yeah, going back to your question, yeah, I think that's it. Like, I do want this long term.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try to keep this going as long as time permits
Yeah.
and our resources permits.
Yeah.
But if, like I said, if anything happens for either me, Garcia, or Pitufo, then we'll have to talk about it when that does happen. But hopefully it is for long term to hopefully we all make it. What about you with this?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I see this going on for a very long time. Forever? We can say forever. I'm like
I see it.
I'm having too much fun with this, man. I
Nah,
definitely am.
I
Like
think
just
I think
talking,
it's
getting
yeah,
yeah, getting guests on here, and like I said, man, it's from the comfort of your own home. You don't have
yeah.
to travel. Although having guests in the room, it does bring out a
It's
different
pretty
type of
cool.
energy. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Because you're
yeah.
you
I
know,
think I think this whole like podcast this and stuff like that. It's just fun overall.
of
Like
course,
people, of course, think it's nerve wracking. Like once the camera's on you, you're like shit. Like you know, people think it's gonna be like end of the world because you're talking in front of a camera. But once you get used to the camera, like you said, it's super fun.
right?
Like that's how I was at first. I was like
Were you?
nervous as shit. Like if you
Yeah,
see my first video, fuck
yeah.
that. I look like deer in headlights, front of headlights,
Bruh,
dude. I was just like, fuck.
when I first did the Dad Bod podcast, the very first episode. Actually, the very first episode was like okay. I was like real nervous. I think it was mostly the second or maybe the third episode. I don't know, but we could say the second episode. I was so nervous, bro. I was like, man, the first episode was good. I just have to duplicate what I did the first episode, even though the first episode I was so nervous, bro. Like as soon
Yeah.
as the camera came on, it was like,
It was like,
the
shit,
Dad
yeah.
Bod podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
so
I know that feel I know that feeling, yeah, that's how it was the first time when I recorded, I was like, "Fuck," like,
even when
you, like, have it planned out in your head, but as
yeah,
soon as that camera clicks on,
it's
you're just like
over,
you forget everything. You're like, "Fuck."
bro. It's over. And not only that, but even when like the first episode I did for this, the pilot, it was just me with this mic, and I was still kind of nervous in a way because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up, you know? I want to
No,
make
I hear
everything
you.
so fluent, but that all takes time, man. It definitely does
No,
take
it
time.
does. No, it really
Like
does. Like, I mean, like, sorry to cut you off, but, like,
no, go ahead.
like, now, like, I could say 50 episodes in, and
Yeah,
even now, every now and then, like, I'll still feel a little bit of jitters.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
even though, like, you technically considered like a veteran with this, but I don't think that goes away. And I think it's a good thing. People say it's a good thing to feel like that, like those little pre-recording jitters. And I
yeah.
think that's
Well,
what I feel.
I don't like them.
I don't know. Nah, it means
Hell
it,
no.
it means you care. That's what they say. That means you care. That's what
Yeah,
they
but
say. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't
I
like
mean,
it
I'm with you. I'd rather them not be there, but
because it makes me stumble my words so much. Because I want to say everything
yeah,
right.
you
And there's like
overthink it, I think.
things I there's actually things like I need to work on as far as I say like a lot, I say a lot, I say a lot. So
Same. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah,
there's a
like,
lot
and I'll
of
be like,
things. What do you say a lot?
I say like, and
Oh,
then
do you?
sometimes then during the podcast, like
Yeah.
we'll be talking. Yeah, like I said it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just said
yeah.
like
You just
like 5 times.
yeah, you like
Yeah, like
like
this
and I'm
exactly. And also like mid podcast, we'll be talking about something, and all of a sudden I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about again? Like
yeah,
I lose my train of thought. So it's
yeah.
like,
You
yeah,
go from
those
one thing to
little
the other.
things. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
because I
those
think
little
even when
things
I
that
was
you
there
gotta
and we
work
did a podcast together, it was kinda we talk
all over
about
the
one
place.
thing and then we go back to like another thing and then we come back to like,
Yeah.
what do you say about Goku? You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
I think that's the only thing we the only thing we stayed consistent about was that anime talk, which was like 30 minutes long, but
It
it was all
was. It was
anime.
heated though. It was
Nah, it was
heated. It was
good. I
definitely
think it
heated.
had to be done.
Dude, for
I mean,
sure.
just
For
like
su
like your
Oh,
first
speak
anime episode here that
yeah,
I
yeah,
watched it. That's
my first episode
with your guest,
my
with your
first
first guest.
episode was an anime episode, but since we're on the anime, um,
Oh shit.
genre right now, Akira Toriyama, man, creator
Oh man.
of Dragon Ball, like, passed away.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's hard. I didn't even know what to think. Like
When I saw it, I
first,
thought it was, like, fake. I was
oh
like,
yeah, that
"Bro,
fake
there's
news
no
kind of thing.
way." Yeah, like, when I saw you
Especially
pass, I'm like, "Bro, there's no way."
especially because he like passed March 1st, but we didn't hear about it till like a week later.
And
That's what
it's
kind of like threw me off. I was like, wait, what?
yeah, and it's weird because on the first episode, I even point that out. I'm like, it's crazy how connected we are in
Yeah,
society now with social media, and the fact that he died March 1st and we're hearing about it a week later, they must have really kept that under wraps. And
it's kind of
him
crazy
being
though.
so iconic, you would think that news will be out
Like
ASAP.
that,
The
like
biggest anime in the
that.
world, the biggest creator of, I mean, the big one of the biggest creators
Yeah,
of the world, in the world.
the goats basically.
Yeah,
It's
and
like if that guy behind you passed away,
yeah, yeah,
that would be the talk of town
it would,
forever,
and you would know about it, like, the
like
same
in a
day.
heartbeat.
Yeah,
Exactly. So yeah, for me it was kind of like when I saw it, I was like, "There's no way, it's fake." Like
yeah,
a
yeah,
week later, y'all lying. You just want some clout.
yeah, I was just
And
like, "Damn," a week later, yeah,
and
man,
then
it's
and then I like
crazy.
really Googled it, really did my research, and I was like, "Oh wow, he's really gone." And then I was like on Instagram and like TikTok and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
every post was it. I was like it was mind blowing. Like it's so sad to see that he
it
died, but
is.
it was so awesome to see like how many people he impacted and how loved he was and how big Dragon Ball as a whole is. And I was like, that's fire. Like that's how you could tell like Dragon Ball Z is the GOAT of all anime. So
Before we
fuck
Oh,
all
yeah.
you that don't think so.
Yeah,
Mostly
facts,
Garcia and Pitufo. We'll be having that argument every Sunday.
facts, bro, I hear
Gets me
that,
mad. Gets me mad.
I hear
But
that. Be
yeah,
before
it's
we
so
get
sad.
into the next subject, so I wanna ask you, what is one thing that'll be what's one thing that's a huge takeaway from or impacted you in a way where as a kid watching Dragon Ball you will remember?
Never give up. Never give up. Even though the odds are against you, never give up.
I
I
hear
think I
that.
think that's what it was. I think as cliche as it sounds, I think that's what
Yeah,
it is. Because like especially like one of my favorite fights. It's the one from Brawley, the
yeah,
OG Brawley and
yeah, yeah,
Goku in the
yeah,
first one when
yeah.
he fucking manhandled everybody,
Every single
everybody.
bro, it wasn't even
Everybody.
fair. It was not even
Exactly. Like,
fair. Not
and
at
at the
all.
end of the day, Goku kept going and shit. And even like till this day, like I'll watch that fight while I'm on the
Yeah,
treadmill to
yeah.
run because fuck running, dude. Like fuck running. But it's like not to give up, but that shit pumps me up, and I think that's what I take away. I think because like in every fight, that's what it is. Even though the odds are against you,
Yep,
there's a way. Just don't give up.
of course,
What
of
about you?
course. Look, Imma have to go OG with it and say the Frieza Goku fight. When Goku turned Super Saiyan, I'm just gonna have to go OG with it
Uh,
because I remember back then when, when I was younger watching Toonami
yeah,
and just the Frieza
the whole
saga,
Namek
and
scene.
yeah, and then that just
Yeah,
goes and that just goes to show, yeah, like you
yeah, that's
just said,
true.
it's more of just a never give up situation,
Yeah, there's
just
yeah,
never give
pushing
up
past your
because
limits.
you're like this close the getting past that plateau that you are. And that's what
Yeah,
Goku showed. Like he trained his ass off, when the odds were
yeah,
stacked against
that is a
him,
very
he,
iconic moment, though.
he didn't give up. Yeah, he didn't give up. So
Yeah,
I would have to,
that scene
yeah.
was badass. Yeah, that scene was badass.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that
impacted
whole
the
first thing,
world. Like if you know anime, everybody knows that scene.
that
Everybody.
transformation, hell yeah. I think it's all of Goku's transformations were pretty. I
Just
think it's only
about.
that one and the Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, I love the Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
Super Saiyan 3 was kind of crazy in a way that it was just
Yeah.
a whole scream for like 5-10 minutes,
It was
and the
5 minutes. It
and he
was
only
5
fought
minutes
Boo,
exactly. It's on
and he only
YouTube. It's
fought Boo for
5
like
minutes and
two
like
minutes.
7 seconds.
Yeah, that was a little crazy, and then he only fought Boo for like 2 seconds, and then he's
Yeah.
like, "All right, I'm out."
Yeah.
But the build up to it, you're like, "What the hell
Yeah.
is happening right now?" Like
Yeah,
even though we kind
yeah.
of know, because going on Google and searching up Dragon Ball Z
Right.
transformations, and then hoping Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan 10,000 was gonna come out soon enough. You ever see that? You ever on that? Did you ever go on Google and just look up weird transformation from Dragon Ball Z?
Nah, I don't.
Nah,
No,
yeah, that
no.
I was some
Nah,
of them I believed. Like there was
really.
like the Goku 100. He's like
I
50,000. He has like big ass
well,
hair.
I would say I remember one thing that, like, popped up, and it was, like, Goku Super Saiyan 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird, though. It was, like, white hair.
Oh, word.
It was, like,
Yeah, I think
long
one I
white hair
remember
down to, like,
was
his, like,
oh, okay,
shoes.
I think I remember now. I think I know which one you're
And
talking
then
about.
I was just like, "Yeah, this shit is fake as hell, bro." Like, I
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, "Yeah, this shit's fake." You actually you have a daughter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is
Sadly
she?
not into anime though. 12.
Oh, I was
Sadly
gonna ask you
not.
that question. I was gonna be like, have you
Nah, I
showed her any
wish.
anime?
The only one that she kind of likes is what's it called? Demon Slayer. I don't know if
Okay.
you're familiar with that, but it's just because her friend she has a friend that's super into it.
Yeah.
So she came home one day and she's like, "Hey, Dad, do you watch Demon Slayer?" I'm like, the little kid in me. I'm like, "No way are you gonna tell me? Let's watch it." And she's like, and I was like, "Yeah, I know Demon Slayer." She's like, "Can we watch it real quick?" And I was like, the little kid inside me, I was like, "Yes, finally,
Yeah.
this is the gateway that maybe I can get into Dragon Ball Z now."
Yeah.
So I put it on. She watched probably like 2 minutes.
Didn't like
She's
it.
like, "All right, I'm done." I was like, "Oh shit, that kind of broke my heart." I was like, "Fuck." 'Cause that's kind
Yeah,
of what I wanted. I kind of
that was the
wanted like,
question I was gonna ask you. Are you ever gonna get her into liking what you like
oh,
as far
I
as
tried,
TV
I tried,
anime or
like even like with these back here, like when we'll
yeah,
go shopping and stuff like that. When I was younger, or when she was younger and she was like actually into toys, I would have
yeah,
her like try to pick out like a Dragon Ball Z toy, and nah, never worked.
really.
Never worked.
Does she
Nah,
watch does she watch anything, like, interesting that you might like? Or because
nah,
I know
she's nah.
nah, because
Sadly, nah.
shows aren't the same, like, they're not the same like they used to.
Nah, they're super whack.
They
They're
are.
super
They're
whack.
horrible,
They're
bro. We had all
yeah,
classics back
nah.
then, I feel like.
Yeah, like I think I don't know what she was watching. She was watching that new you're familiar with Teen Titans, the OG one, right?
Yeah,
I guess she was watching I
I
guess
hated
now
that
it's
show.
Teen Titans Go. Yeah?
I
It was
didn't like
alright.
that at all. I did not
It was
like
alright.
that. No.
I liked it.
No, I didn't like that at all.
Well,
I
you
think
would
that was,
definitely
like,
won't like the
the
new one.
downfall.
He's like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, I think that was,
But
like,
now
the
it's like
downfall.
Teen Titans Go, and it's so bad. And, like, every other show with but she's more, like, into, like, with her mom. She'll watch, like, The Bachelor and stuff like that. I'm just like, "What?" Like, you're 12.
The Kardashians.
Probably, I wouldn't put it past her. She's
Oh,
into
man.
stuff like that. She likes the drama. That's what she likes.
Oh, the drama.
She's she's a typical girl, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of females just like the drama.
I'm like, "Oh
The
my god, I
drama.
hate that stuff. I hate that stuff." So, yeah, like, every day she'll be like, I guess she was, like, into that TikTok drama too,
Yeah.
and she'll be
Any,
telling me, and "Oh, no," like,
any other
"No."
kids on the way?
Nah, I think I'm one and done, bro.
One and
One
done?
and
That's it?
done, I think so, yeah. I mean, she's 12, I'm pretty much done with
Yeah.
her. She does everything on her own.
Yeah.
It kinda would suck to, like, start all over again. Like, yeah, just thinking about it, those, like, late nights and early mornings.
Changing diapers.
Oh,
Changing
yeah, and
diapers.
I hate changing diapers. To
It's
be
the
honest, yeah, I think I
worst.
only changed her diaper once. I
Yeah.
can't change
Oh,
diapers.
really?
I be gagging. I
Yeah,
can't do
bro,
it.
they're
Oh, dude,
horrible.
I'd be like, "Oh, fuck that shit."
Yeah,
Like,
actually, my oldest son had a stomach bug. So you know how that is. He had a
ooh,
stomach bug for, like, the past few
ooh,
days, and then he handed it to my middle child. Yeah, my middle son. So
oh,
now he currently has a stomach bug, and you know how that goes. You
ooh,
know how it just flies out of the
yes.
diaper onto
All over their back. You wanna throw them away at that point. You're the whole baby, "Hey, get out of here. I'm done."
yeah, it's like, forget throwing the diaper away, throw the baby away. Damn, Imma get
Oh,
canceled
yeah.
saying that shit.
Gonna clip that shit.
I am gonna clip that shit. Hopefully, I don't
Oh,
get
that's
canceled.
crazy. Cause what, you have what, three now, right? You just got your third one, right?
Yeah, he came a month early, actually.
Oh, word.
A whole month early. Yep.
Oh shit,
Yep.
that's crazy. So three.
3 boys.
Damn, you think you done?
Yeah, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
yeah.
3, yeah. I mean, I could start a starting 5 basketball. Well, no. I would need 2 more, but we're not going that far. 3 is enough. They can find 2 other
Yeah,
friends to play with them.
exactly. Damn, three
They have a
kids.
starting 5. Yeah, all
I
boys. I'm so
salute you with
happy.
that. Yeah, that
I'm
is
so
pretty cool though.
happy.
That's pretty dope. Three boys.
Yeah. I can't having a girl, I say this all the
Oh,
time.
dude,
I feel like
no,
it's
fuck.
one of the hardest.
Yeah, especially because the shit they go through and us being boys, you know what boys are after and shit like that. So when she grows up, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. Like I don't even want to think about it because I'm like, just like, fuck.
Bro, yeah,
I'm
cause
just
we were all
dreading.
there. We was all there before.
We all lived it out,
You
so
know
I'm
a
just
rapper.
exactly. So I'm just dreading the first day. So she's like, "Can I go to a party?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck."
Cause
Oh
she's 12,
shit.
she's almost in high school, correct?
Yeah. So next year she'll be starting middle school.
Mm.
Yeah. So fuck. Yeah. Kind of downhill from here now. Because elementary, I still consider her like a little girl. So I
Yeah,
still
of
treat her
course.
like a little girl.
Yeah.
So now once she's in middle school, she's more of a grown, like a more preteen teen kind of thing now. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like I have to start, treating her like a more of a grown up kind of feel to it.
Mhm.
And it kind of sucks because she already has that attitude
Yeah.
where she'll talk back, and it's like, fuck, dude. Like that's why I'm like, you
It's
know
only the
what, one and
beginning.
exactly. That's why I'm like, you know what, one and done. Fuck that. Like doing this all over again now.
I gotta
Fuck
take your
that,
chances, hope
dude.
for a boy.
Hell, dude, I wish
So
I like.
did so so when at the time when your girl found out she was pregnant, were you and her hoping to have a boy or a girl?
I honestly didn't care.
Okay.
Like, like as as cheesy as it sounds, I just wanted it to be healthy. But
Yeah.
now looking back, I'm like,
So cheesy.
fuck, yeah. I'm
Nah.
like, I wanted a boy. Like I should have said I wanted a boy. Like, what was I thinking? Like, fuck that whole. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when
It kind of sucks now because it's like she's not into any sports. Like I'll
yeah.
try to get her to like. I'll be like, especially like last week when it was like nice outside. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go for a walk. Let's
Nah.
go play something. Nothing.
It's
Like
so
it's just like
scary, man. It's so scary. I'm assuming it's like she usually a lot of the times is she like on her tablet or like phone or something?
so luckily like I kind of raised her till she's only got like specific screen time. Like she can
Okay.
only be on her phone for like 2 hours a day.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, or she gets that phone taken away for like a couple weeks and stuff like that. So for the
Gotcha.
most part she's pretty good with it. Uh but still like it's so hard even if she's not on screen time, it's so hard for
Yeah.
her to get her to go outside cuz she's been so lazy.
Yeah.
And it
Bro, it's
sucks cuz oh sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 go, 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 go. You good.
Because it sucks because when she was younger,
Yeah.
she was a total opposite. Like I didn't want to go outside, but she would drag me outside, and she's like, "Yo, let's go run here, do this, do that." She would have
Like
me
I'm
buy
getting
like,
old. I'm getting too old for this.
oh, dude, everything would hurt. Like I think she had, yeah, we bought her soccer shoes. She used those for a month. She was into like a couple things. Like I think she did dance for a
Yeah.
year. Next year she did like band. She quit that. And then, yeah, no, she just doesn't stick to anything. It kind of sucks. And now she's kind of like super lazy and doesn't do shit. Kind of sucks. Like
Girl,
it's the worst.
I was gonna say it is scary, the times that we're in right now, because a lot of kids nowadays, all they care about is TikTok, their phone, their tablet. They don't like to go outside, they don't like to
Yeah, dude.
play. They don't like to play sports. They don't like to
Don't
do
like to do
much.
anything.
Yeah, but back
Yeah,
then we didn't really have. I mean,
anything.
we had a choice, but and social media back then when we were growing up, social
It was
media was
big,
something, but at the end of
but
the
it wasn't.
day, we always want, at least for me, I always wanted to go
Yeah,
outside. I'll play backyard football, backyard, I had a basketball court at my house.
anything.
So
Yeah,
I'll invite friends
be
over,
outside the whole time.
be out, yeah. And then as far as, because I used to play a lot of games too,
Oh,
like
okay.
Call of Duty and shit. And I used to play a lot of games, and even then, a lot of the times I'll play games were at night. I'll
Yeah,
get
same.
online with the boys and we'll play Call of Duty, or,
Yeah,
playing when PlayStation 2 was out, I'll be playing, Need for Speed, Tony Hawk's Underground, all the good shit. You know what I mean? But
exactly. So it's not
a
like we
lot of the
missed out of
times,
anything.
yeah, but a lot of the times that'll be either in the morning or at
Hmm.
night. Throughout the day, I'm outside, I'm playing
Be
for the most
outside.
part,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And that's how
Even
I
having
was for
like
the
a
most
football
part.
catch, riding bike,
Yeah,
doing something
anything,
active.
anything.
But nowadays, yeah, man, they're just
It's
on
I
their
mean, and
phone.
it's
Like,
hard because you'll be driving around and you won't see a lot of kids playing outside. Like
no, none,
it's rare that you
none.
see kids playing outside. Like I remember, like even when we were in school, like I think he would like we would go back behind like where the Pence Grove was, like that field.
Yeah,
There was always people either playing like baseball, football, or soccer,
yeah,
and I'll walk or drive by there,
yeah.
field's empty. There's nobody there, and it's crazy. And I get it. Times have changed. It's not as
Definitely changed.
safe to be outside anymore either. Like
Yeah,
I remember my mom wouldn't know where I was
yeah.
throughout the whole day, and she wouldn't care.
This is
And
was this
now,
was this was this around the time when you was wearing 4X t-shirts?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to go to
Well,
what's
I
it
don't know if
called,
you was wearing 4X t-shirts, but I
Sneaker
was.
Town. I had to
Sneaker
go to
Town,
Sneaker
yeah.
Town to get re-upped every once in a while. No,
Bro,
I
yes.
wasn't. My mom hated that. I would have to like hide it in my book bag,
Yeah.
go to the bus stop, and then put it on.
Bro, I had
Oh,
these
because if my mom would see me, uh,
I had the big ass South Pole jeans falling off my ass.
yo, isn't
I
that
had the
crazy?
the 4X top t-shirts,
Yeah, that's kind of
white
crazy how we
tee.
went through that shit. How that shit was
Bro,
a phase,
it was. I
and
remember
dude,
I thought a
we were
3X was
like
too small, so I went to a
we were like
4X.
110. We were like 110,
Probably
wearing
lighter than that, bro.
wearing clothes that are supposed to be for people over 200. Like that's insane. Like I can't believe we thought we looked good in it.
We was wearing Shaq clothing, bro.
Yeah, dude. And then you get to high school and it's like switched, and then it's now skinny jeans and like
Bro, yeah. Yeah.
skin tight shirts,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was.
Yep. Remember
Oh man.
Famous? Remember that brand Famous?
Oh yeah, I had the belt buckle. I thought it was.
Yeah, I had the
I
belt
got it
buckle
at a
too.
little swap. I got it at a little swap meet.
Yeah,
I put that
I
on
had the
every belt. I didn't even care.
yeah, someone gave me that belt buckle for I think it was like Christmas, or it was a gift. But
Oh
I used
word.
to wear the shit out of it.
Hell yeah! I
The
thought I was a
Famous
shit
belt
wearing that
buckle.
thing. Yeah, that shit. It's crazy. The shit we thought was cool back then, and now we look back and we're like, "Fuck."
Well, that was the trend.
That's
So there
true.
was like
Yes.
no choice but to wear it.
Yeah, if you wanted to fit in, yeah,
Yeah,
it
if
was
you want,
like
yeah, yeah. Shit,
kind of
bro.
had to. I was like, shit. Yeah, looking back, I was like, yeah, I'll look some back at my pictures, and I'm like, the fuck was I thinking? Fucking insane, man. That shit. The shit you do, I swear, the fit in.
I'm I'm sure it'll probably come back around. Like
Well, I mean, those
big
baggy pants
tees,
are coming now.
baggy pants are coming back around. They
I
are
was like,
like
yeah,
baggy.
I was like, damn,
Yeah,
like that's insane. Like I don't know. Like for me, I don't know if I'll wear them because me, I don't really wear jeans anymore like that. Like me,
yeah.
you'll see me. I'm probably in sweats
Bro, I love
or like
sweats. Sweats are so comfortable compared to
yeah,
I hate jeans, bro.
oh,
Or even
I
like
yeah.
cargo joggers, kind of like I don't they're like pants instead of
Mhm.
jeans, you know what I mean? They're that
Yeah.
like a pant material. But bro, I hate wearing jeans because no jeans, they fit, like I feel like jeans like do not fit my legs right. Like they're
Well,
just
especially
so
with the legs you got.
uncomfortable.
You got tree trunks, bro. The
Nah,
hell? You be
man.
deadlifting almost 600 pounds. Of course, no jeans gonna fit you. The hell? The
Bro, they're
hell?
just so uncomfortable, man. Like they're
Gee, I wish I
so
had that problem.
uncomfortable.
Nah. Nah, I hear you on the uncomfortable part, but I mean, jeans fit me. I don't have tree
I
trunks yet,
fucking I fucking
but
hate jeans, bro. I stopped wearing. Well, I lied. There every now and then I'll wear jeans, but I want to say the last time I wore jeans was probably
yeah.
like 4 years ago. That was the last time I wore
Oh
jeans,
shit.
probably like 4 years ago. Ever since then, I've either wore like
Like
pants or sweatpants,
their
and then
sweats.
like or
Yeah.
shorts. You know what I mean? Like, but jeans, no. I hate
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah. I stay
And they
away
never
from
like
jeans.
fit right with. At least for me, I feel like they just don't like fit right with sneakers. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I haven't wore jeans in forever, so it just
Yeah.
feels kind of like awkward. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you on that. Especially me. I think for me, it's because I have like such long legs. Like I think jeans just look so awkward on me sometimes. So it's like hard to find the right ones. Like sometimes I'll be looking like daddy long legs with some jeans, and I'm like, yeah, I am wearing these. So I just stick with sweats because they're more like they just flow,
Yeah,
so my legs don't look as long.
right.
And that's why I prefer sweats. But yeah, with jeans, hell no, I hate jeans.
Yeah, sweats are just so much more comfortable, bro.
Oh,
So
100%.
much more
And I
comfortable.
think that's all I wear nowadays is like gym attire. Like it looks like I'm always ready to work out,
Ain't nothing wrong with
honestly.
that. How's that going? You still work out, right?
Yeah, I took it easy because I hurt my shoulder the other day,
Yeah, the life of
like
working
doing like
out, bro.
shoulder,
Always
yeah, and
fucking injured.
getting old. So I'm like taking it lightly, man. I'm like, shit. I'm always in pain now. I'm like, fuck.
Soreness hits different now.
Oh hell yeah! Like I think
It's weird.
a year ago, I went to go play soccer again, and dude, I was done for like a whole week. I was like, and keep in mind that I'm a goalkeeper. I don't even run,
Yeah.
and I was still done for a whole week. Like it's just that
Uh,
movement, and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing soccer anymore. Fuck that shit. I could
That's the
not
end of
move
that,
for a
huh?
week. Yeah, dude. I was like, nah,
Fuck,
I'll watch it.
man. Um, I got a question. I got a question. So going back to being a father, right? So what would you say is the hardest part, or you could say was the hardest part of being? Well, you still are. So what is the hardest part of being a father? Whether there were a newborn, a toddler, or now.
I'll go through the stages. I think when it
Yeah,
was like a newborn, I mean, I
yeah.
was 20, so it was like me being a kid still.
Were you nervous?
Oh hell yeah! Oh, when I got the phone, and it was crazy because I don't think I've
take
ever
take us a
shared this
little through
story.
that journey when you got the phone
Yeah.
call and they're like, "Hey,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
pregnant."
Yeah, dude. So I don't think I've ever said this, so you're gonna get the exclusive on how I found out and when I found
Mm.
out. All right, so I think I was
We
working
only that's
at
all we do on the Fred D. Borges show. We only
hell
do
yeah.
exclusives. Let's
Yeah,
go.
there
Let's
you
get it.
go.
Let's go.
Fuck,
Let's
fuck.
go.
All right, so I think I was working at hers, and I was what's it called? I don't know what I was doing that day, but I picked up a pallet, and the
Yeah.
second one fell. And you're supposed to wear steel toe boots, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't. I think I had my like Air Forces or whatever, and low. So two of them fell on my toe, and that shit hurt like a bitch. But it took me a while to like realize the pain was that bad.
Yeah.
It fell, and I was like, "Ah, whatever, I'm cool." And then next thing you know, like I start limping, and then next thing you know, I can't even put any like support on that foot. I'm
Mm.
like, shit, that's bad. All right, so then whatever. I had to go home. I think it was like I think I was on second shift. I think I went home like around 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I text I text her. I'm like, oh, I'm home. 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. I was like, that's weird. Why did she just text me? Like, whatever. Like, does she want me to go over? Like, I just hurt my toe. Like, I'm not gonna drive. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then she's like, she breaks it down. She's like, hey, so I've had this feeling for a while now. And I was like, oh hell no, you better stop playing. And she's like, so my mom bought me the tests. I took three, and they were all positive. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you're gonna tell me you're pregnant when I'm basically gonna be out of job for a while. Like, fuck, like, yo, my heart dropped. I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't even know what to say. I kind of, I think I was just like okay, hung up, kind of just put the phone down, and just looked at my toe, and I'm like, "What the hell are we gonna do now?" Dude, it was horrible, like, the way that I found out.
And it'd be like
Like, the
one of
what
those things where you just there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it
yeah,
is
like,
what it is, you know?
it's
There's
what's
nothing
done
you can
is
do
done.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's done is done, so, I kinda just sat there, I looked at my toe like that my toe was fucked up. Like, that shit was turning blue and black before my eyes, and then now I have a baby on the way, like, I can't
Yeah.
even walk, and I'm supposed to take care of a baby, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm about to lose my toe. That's what I was thinking, like, "Fuck." So then whatever, so that night went by, I didn't even sleep, 1, because of the toe pain,
Mhm.
and, of course, 2, because the news I just got,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Fuck." So then the next day, I went to the doctors, whatever, got the toe checked out. They put one of those little, like, little metal thingies on it so I don't bend it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I went over to her house and, we kinda talked about the whole situation where, like, of course, the first when you're a young parent is, "We keeping it or not?" Of course, we decided to keep it.
Right.
So then we're like, "Alright, we're gonna do this." And then the funniest thing is that for those whole 9 months, I didn't tell my parents.
What?
I didn't tell my parents,
9
bro.
months, bro?
For 9
Until she
months, I
delivered
did.
the baby?
Yeah,
No, really?
yeah,
Until she
for
delivered
100.
it?
Yeah,
The baby? The
100%. Yeah, we got home from the hospital. I'm like, "Oh, here's your grandchild," and boom, surprise. But it was funny, like
Oh, no
it was
way.
like it was like the funniest reaction. Like my mom was cool with it, which I thought she was the one that was gonna be like super pissed about it, and I thought
Wait,
my
so let
dad
me
was
get
gonna
this
be
right, let me get this right. They found out once she delivered.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
exclusive right here.
On the
Yeah, it's
Fred
kind
D.
of
Burgess
crazy.
show. Wh Yo,
Yeah.
whoever's watching, if you guys got this far, yo, if you got some exclusive shit to say, you guys can say it right here on the Fred D.
Yeah,
Burgess show. Just let me
exactly.
know.
Drop a comment. What do you guys think? Did I do
You
wrong? Of course I did wrong.
probably
The
did
fuck? I did horrible. What the fuck?
you probably did I don't know, I wouldn't say wrong. It was
Well, I mean,
different.
I was, I guess by the time she was delivered, I was 21.
Yeah, were
Yeah,
you
I was
like
kid
real
shit.
I'm assuming you were just nervous to tell your
Oh,
parents.
100%. Because
Yeah.
every like, because my mom's super religious. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
super religious. Like, since I was like 6, forced
Okay.
us to go to church every Sunday. Have us read the Bible every night when we were like in school,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And she would always tell us, about sex and,
Yeah.
always wear protection and stuff like that. And of course, I didn't want to be the one to be like, "Oh, I fucked up."
Raw.
I fucked up and I didn't wrap up my willy and boom.
Raw.
Exactly. So it was like I think that's what it was more of because I knew like it's kind of like how you said, what's done is done. Like
Yeah.
even if I would have told them what were they gonna do, like yeah, they were gonna be mad or upset, whatever, but
Yeah.
whatever, they're gonna get over it. But I think
Yeah.
I was just like super scared and nervous. So I was like, you know what? Once she's here, they'll get over it.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, when I brought her home, my mom reacted as the total opposite as I thought she was going to react, and so did my dad. So my mom
Yeah.
was super happy. My dad was pissed. Like not once did he look at her or me when we came home. It was crazy. Yeah, it was
Man,
insane. And but yeah, that's how that happened. That was
crazy.
the hard part about like being like a new dad and a young father and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now as it's getting older and stuff like that, I think the hardest part is learning to be strict with them,
Yeah.
especially because you don't want to be that strict parent. You don't want to come off as a dick all the time. Like, hey, no, you can't have fun. Don't do that. Don't do this.
Right.
And I think for me, that's sometimes the hard part, like differentiating, like when to be super strict or when to be super lenient.
Yeah.
Like I think
Would you
I'm
consider
just super.
yourself as a super strict or super lenient?
Nah, I'm super chill. Like
Okay.
I think because I think it stems back from like I like my parents were super strict on me,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it, so I don't want to put that on her
Yeah.
because I know how it feels.
Right.
But I think that that's where I'm not gonna say I'm doing wrong by doing that, because I
Yeah.
mean, luckily she's not a like she's not a bad child. She's not rebellious. She's not getting into trouble at school. She's hopefully not doing drugs right
Right.
now. You know. Uh. So, but yeah, I think that's like as she gets older, I think that's the hard part. Like learning to be that strict parent where it's like, hey, differentiate from when I'm trying to be your friend and when I'm trying to be your parent.
Yeah.
Because I think it
Parent
also
being a parent comes
confuses her.
first,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
because
And
I
I
think a
think
lot of
sometimes that confuses her too.
gotcha. Because I feel as
Yeah.
if, at least me personally speaking, I feel as if treating your child like a friend first instead of a parent, then,
Oh yeah,
you know,
you kind of mess up in a way
yeah,
because then
yeah,
they'll tend to walk all over you at that point.
of course, of course.
Yeah, and I
So
think
you have to learn how
that's
to
what I've
stand your ground at the
slowly
beginning.
yeah, and that's where I've slowly started to learn that hey, I think I got to get my shit together and I need to stop being so not so nice, but like you said, like stand my ground. Like if I say something, that's how it's gonna
This
be
is what
done,
it
and not
is.
being like say something and be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, today you could do this, but tomorrow it's gonna, I gotta be like, nah, it's like this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah,
But honestly, I think that's the toughest challenge that I've uh faced with it. Like luckily I've been blessed to, have the support of my family and like friends, so I haven't never really struggled with like the financial aspect of it.
yeah,
That's always been pretty good, even though with being a young parent and all. But yeah, I think that for me, that's been the hardest for sure.
gotcha.
What about you? I know
No,
yours are still pretty young and stuff like that, but
yeah, so I'm just steady changing diapers. Uh, Potty training probably is the hardest right
oh
now
yeah,
because we're still trying to get Junior, my first oldest, to actually
yeah.
use the toilet because I'm getting tired of these diapers. Changing them.
Oh, they get expensive
Explosive
too,
diapers
bro.
and stuff, bro. Yeah, I'm getting tired
She,
of it. So I would say potty training right now could be the
yeah,
hardest. Uh, and then yeah, Alan, he's still, he's what 10 months. He's 10 months, and my youngest is like a month, so like a month old. So
yeah,
I guess changing diapers right now is the hardest. Like, other than that, yeah, changing diapers and potty training
yeah. I
is
mean,
probably the
that's
hardest
pretty
because
hard though. And when you said
changing them
I
diapers,
couldn't do it,
man, after a
I
while,
couldn't
you
do
just
it.
like, damn, another diaper. You know what I mean? And
That shit
especially when they're
adds
sick
up.
and they have that stomach bug, bro,
Oh
it's over.
fuck that!
Throw the kid
Hell no, I
away.
couldn't. Hell no, I'd be like, I'm out of here. I got to work out of town. Sorry, I'm out this house. Fuck that. Hell no. Like I said, I think I only changed
Uh,
one diaper. I was
yeah, that's
bad.
crazy.
I couldn't do it.
That's
Like I was
crazy.
bad with it. I was like the person with the hazmat suit walking in there with tongs and all that shit.
Everything.
Like fuck no, I couldn't. It was bad. I think the only time I had to was because she like shit while we were driving. I don't know where, and I had to change her in a Burger King.
Uh,
But that's because I had to. That's because I had to. But fuck
you
that.
got
Any
put in
other
a
time,
situation you wish you were never in. It
yeah, and
happens.
it's bad because as soon as you hear that sound,
It's over.
you're like, oh shit,
It's
oh
over, bro. It's
dude,
over.
no, yeah, it still haunts me.
It's over, bro.
Nah, I hear you, dude.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap
Dang.
it up there. Damn, you wanna know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I think I said this in my last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago. So this recording is an hour and 9 minutes long. I remember on the pilot show,
Sheesh.
I remember on the pilot show, I specifically said these weren't gonna be long episodes. And like my first episode that I did, the pilot was like 9 minutes. So that was just getting everything out of the
Yeah,
way with
and I think the
what I'm
Dragon
gonna
Ball
be
Z one
doing.
was close
The,
to
the
an hour too.
Bro, yeah, the first one was an hour and 9 minutes. The one me and Taylor did with Lil Wayne, discography, that
Yeah.
was an hour and like 32 minutes. And then
Oh
we cut
shit.
it down to like the second and third part, we cut it down to like 25 minutes. And then the one I did
Yeah.
with Anthony Terranova with the Tupac discography, that was over maybe like 56 minutes. an hour. You know what I mean?
Sheesh.
And this right here is an hour and 9 minutes. But you want to know
I'm
what?
telling you,
It was it was actually
you get
good.
carried away,
Just
you know.
stepping away from doing discographies or talking about Lil Wayne. It was this was a good feeling to step away and just have like
Yeah,
shoot the
talk
shit,
about
have a
whatever,
good
you know.
conversation, and then
No,
you told me
100%.
some exclusive shit that
Yeah,
everybody's gonna
you
hear.
you got it. You got it. You're
So
first
in the
one to
comment
hear.
section, I want you guys to comment was Marco in the
Eh,
wrong for doing what he did?
oh, they're gonna tear me
Is
up
there
in the
something you would
comment.
have done? Comment down
They're gonna tear
below.
me
Let
up.
me
They're gonna
know.
tear me a new one. They're gonna be like, fuck Marco at this point. They're gonna cancel Mex Amigos podcast.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna tag your Mex Amigos podcast in the description
I
below.
appreciate that. Appreciate
You already
that.
know what it is, man.
Nah,
I
but yeah,
appreciate
I enjoyed being on here, man. Like I said, it was something different. I definitely like I fuck with the platform. I fuck with
yeah,
what you're doing here as a whole. I think I think it's gonna be something big with this. Yeah,
right. You know what it
especially
is,
especially you.
man.
You're going back to back. You putting in that work. You're grinding, staying consistent. Yeah, you got this. You got this.
You know what it is, because right
And then
after
I'm gonna have
this,
to jump on the bandwagon and start my own shit.
right, it's dope, man.
But
I actually hope that
that's
you
dope.
do. If you're really about it, man, I hope you do just venture out and just, why not? You know what I mean?
No,
Try
hundred
something different,
percent.
try something new. Why not?
Nah, yeah, it's fire, dude. Nah, like I said, definitely like what you're doing with this, and all the luck to you. Keep grinding, keep grinding.
Appreciate it, man. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 5. If you got this far with my boy Marco, and we both graduated together. And like I said, I'm happy to have you on
Hell
here,
yeah,
and I appreciate you so much for joining me on
happy to
episode
be on
5,
here.
just shooting the shit, bro.
Hell yeah, always
So,
always happy to shoot the shit, man.
so with that being said, I will see you
All
guys
right, man.
episode
Peace out, man.
6.
Take
All
it
right.
easy.